So like, okay, I'm not from here.
Okay.
So like, if you were my tour guide, where would you show me around to? What are some of your favorite places?
Season. Tell me the season that we're doing this tour.
Okay, we'll do a summer one.
Okay.
Well, summer one first. Yeah.
Summer, CN Tower on a very, very, very clear day in the summer. We're going up to the CN Tower. We're going up to the very, very top. Daytime and nighttime. Okay? Because it's pretty cool to see. And in the summer, what else? You got to go down to the beach at least once.
Okay.
Check out the beach. It's pretty cool. I like the beaches. Summer concerts are always good. Concert at the Molson Amphitheater. You have to hit up a concert there. The Molson. Wonderland.
I went there during my orientation week. For Ryerson, like we had our little.
What was it, like fall, or was it? It would have been like more
first week of September.
Okay, so it's still cool.
Yeah.
Did they have the water park open?
No.
Oh, bummer.
No.
The water park.
I didn't even know there's a water park.
Oh, it's a huge water park. The Black Hole, so much fun. Smokes Poutineery. Smokes Poutineery is good for poutine. Good. The Healthy Greek on Queen Street. Oh my goodness. Go in there and get some shawarma. Okay, yeah, there's like chicken shawarma and they got like the pork shawarma. So good. So good. So there you go. There's a few things.
Okay. Do you have any special talents?
Do I have any
odd
talents?
Or special?
I don't know. People talk about my thumb being weird. Is that weird? Does it go back too far?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my thumb goes back too far. And I drive like that, so it's like cranked right over. I never really noticed that, but then apparently I was just told kind of fairly recently.
Yeah, mine definitely can't do that. Okay, when you were a VJ, like, could you describe like a typical day, like what your typical day would look like?
Typical day as a VJ. I'll give you an average day, and then I'll give you like a very heavy day. Okay. So an average day for me was I'd show up at 9:30, and I would sit down. I'd check my emails and my schedule and see what's going on for the day. And then we'd have a meeting to talk about what we're going to do for MOD. And then after that meeting was done, we would basically have like stuff that we would need to go and research and figure out for that show, for MOD. So we would do research and stuff online, but also like I'd often have to go up and do voiceovers for MOD later in the day. So after the meeting, I'd do a little bit of research. I'd do some voiceovers. I'd come back down. I'd end up having to do promos, which is basically like when there are VJs like throwing the videos and like promoting stuff and talking whatever like in between videos and commercials, but it's happening like in the middle of the night.
Okay.
That's that stuff. We've pre-taped that because no one's there at like 2:00 in the morning. So I would do that, and then basically I just continue to do whatever research I would need to for the show and get ready for the show that happened at 5:00 till 6, and then after that we're done.
Cool.
A heavy day would be show up, do the email and the schedule thing, have our meeting. I would go and do voiceovers. I'd come back downstairs. I would do promos, and then I would do a pre-tape for news, and then a news VO, and then I would go and I would do live video flow. And then I would do, and then I would get ready. After that, I would have like a bit of a break. I'd be able to relax, do some research, get ready to do MOD, and sometimes interview, maybe not an interview, right? And then after MOD, that was usually it. But some days you can sub in and out any of those things for going out and doing stuff in the field or doing taped interviews.
Okay.
So sometimes the days were pretty busy, and sometimes they were kind of like the first scenario I mentioned. Yeah.
What's the most important thing you've learned, I guess, from Much?
The most important thing I've learned, I think, is to understand the audience, understand who the audience is, and relate with them. I find that a lot of people, and I'm not going to name names, I'm not going to like say that MuchMusic does this or doesn't do this, but I find that a lot of times there are people that don't understand the audience, don't listen to the audience, and kind of like, and kind of, I don't know. You have to, for example, let me just, I said I wasn't going to talk about MuchMusic in that, but let me just say for me personally, okay? I'm the closest person to the audience, being the person that they see and the person that comes down and I talk to them every day in the audience and everything like that. I would think that like, a host that is that close to the audience is more in touch with the audience than say, somebody who's, 30 something, you know, or 40 something kids, you know what I mean? Like, the person that's closest to the audience should get more. They should basically not say that they should have decision making power, but like, I don't know, bounce more stuff off of the people in the know, you know what I mean? I think television companies, and the thing is, television companies often like have these like, you know, panels, right? And they're like, oh, our test panel, our test group, whatever. Are you kidding me? No, they're not. That's not normal people. Normal people don't sign up for that stuff. If you were to go and ask somebody on the street, that's different. Just like bump into them, you know what I mean? But the normal person does not sign up for a test group, and when they're part of a test group, they know that they're part of a test group, so they're thinking differently. You know what I mean? So I find that like they've got to do some more kind of research in more creative ways.
Last question. What advice do you have for, I guess, teens who want to get into TV or like this industry?
Well, I will say that you're already very calm and collected for your interview, so that's pretty cool. I would say, if you want to work in television, you got to watch a lot of television. Sort of. There are people that work in television that don't watch TV, but I think if you want to get into television, I think it's important to do your research. So I think you need to volunteer as much as you can, do any sort of interning, any sort of co-ops you can do, anything you can do to kind of like just like learn as much as you can and volunteer as much as you can. Stay level-headed, keep your feet on the ground, keep your head small. You know what I mean? But also like do whatever courses you can in high school that will help, you know what I mean, like understand the industry. Do any courses you can in college, university to help understand the industry. Like, you know, I was a host, but if I had gone to school for, you know, like, and learned how to edit and learn how to do camera work and stuff like that, it would help in a lot, you know what I mean? But at the same time, once you get the job, if you're not a cameraman and you're not an editor, don't try and tell people what to do. Not saying that I did, but I'm just saying there are people that, you know, if you're the host, you're the host. It helps to understand those other jobs, but don't try and do people's job for them, you know? But just do whatever you can to learn as much as you can. And, you know, be proactive, like, with, like, you know, your learning, like, you know, don't just say, like, oh, they didn't offer that in school. Well, you know, like, you can always go and take, like, a acting course. You can always take a interviewing course, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, that's all my questions.
Oh, one more thing. Watch interviews. If interviews is going to be part of what you're wanting to do, watch interviews. Go online and look up other interviews that you thought were really well done. There's some people and there's different styles too. There's some people that are like straight-laced and ask hard-hitting questions and they kind of, like, you know what I mean, it's back and forth. But then there's also people that, like, you know, I looked up to Rick a lot because Rick really made them feel like they're hanging out. Like, they made it feel like they're friends just talking. And so, like, I really liked that about Rick, and I thought that was a great way to interview because it makes the person feel comfortable. And that's what I looked up to. And so, yeah, watch interviews. Watch, and sometimes it's hard because I find myself sometimes studying interviews, and, like, halfway through the interview, I'm no longer studying the interview, I'm just kind of watching it. I'm like, oh, man, I wasn't paying attention to, like, how he was asking this, or you know what I mean? Like, so, like, you know, study interviews.
Okay.
Cool?
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah,
awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.